Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 234, and I am so glad that you are here today. This is going to be a fun episode. I'm giving you 4 big reasons why starting a business on the side is so awesome. Y'all, starting a business on the side is the way to go. I'm telling you, and I know many of you are doing it, and I'm just so happy for you. So anyways, we're going to talk about it, why this is so amazing. And if you've been thinking about starting a business, or you are now, and you're starting one on the side, this is just going to make you happy that you're doing this, because you're going to be like, yes, these are all the reasons why. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're in the idea stage, whether you're starting, whether you're growing, whatever it is, know that you're in the right place. And I'm just so happy for you. If you are starting and building a business, doing what you love, then you are for sure in the right place. And did you know that you can get plugged in with other new business owners and business owners that maybe you've even been doing this a while? You can get plugged in with them. I have a free Facebook group. It's called Women Starting Businesses, Doing What We Love. You can scroll down right now in the show notes. Like if you're an Apple podcast, just scroll down. You'll see the link to get over to the Facebook group. When you click that, it's going to take you to Facebook. You're going to answer 3 quick questions, and then you'll be in a little bit of a holding pattern, and then I'll approve you, and you will get in the group. You now have a place to call home. Yep. You can ask all those questions that you think are silly or dumb about starting your business or growing it, or maybe you want feedback on something. This is your place to ask it, because there is no dumb questions. This is the place for you to do it. If you don't have somewhere you can ask these questions, then what are you going to do? Just try to keep wasting time trying to figure them out on your own? No, don't do that when I have this space that I created for you. So make sure you jump in that group. I'm so excited to have you. And if you need some help with starting your business, I've got all kinds of paid and free resources for you. Make sure you check those out below. You can scroll down in the show notes and get that. And I do have a free private podcast that's going on for a little bit longer. It's called Consistent Sales Made Simple. Make sure you grab that if you're trying to grow your business and figure out, like, how the heck do I get sales on a regular basis? So I talk you through all of that in a secret podcast. So if you like audio like this, you're going to love that one, because it's no fluff. It's to the point. There's no music. There's no editing. It's me talking to you straight, quickly, and efficiently. So anyways, make sure you get your ears on that. And if you've been listening a while, thank you all so much to my loyal listeners for the messages, for the emails, for the DMs. Oh my gosh, if you ever want to DM me anything about this podcast, or you have an idea for an episode, you can totally DM me on Instagram or Facebook. My handle is Start with Kimberly Brock. Start with Kimberly Brock. You can follow me. You can send me a request. Hey, I've got this podcast episode idea. Will you cover this? Send me a message. I would love to know. Please do that. And I'm just so happy you all are here. A shout out to all of my Grow Getters. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are awesome humans. They're all amazing. If you don't know what Grow Getters is, it's my group coaching program to help new business owners get going, get growing, start loving this business, make it efficient, make it exactly what you dreamed it would be. That's what I help you do inside Grow Getters. No more flailing around on your own. And I'm just giving all of you a shout out, because the women that are in my group are just phenomenal, and y'all are doing such great things with your business. So that is it. Okay, on to the episode. Hi, friends. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Are you having a great week? Are you building your business? Come on. You know it's amazing. How amazing is this right now? I love to do this at the beginning of the episode. Just kind of ground you for a minute in gratefulness that you live in a time period where you can start and build a business doing what you love. Just for a minute, think about how awesome that is. And think about the steps that you've already taken to get where you are right now at this moment in time. Think about it. You've done stuff. You started with a dream some point in time ago. I don't know if it was last week and you started thinking about it and you found this podcast, or maybe it's been years and years and years that you've been thinking about starting a business. You started researching, you looked for podcasts, you found this one, or maybe a friend told you. Hallelujah, my friend. You're amazing. You took steps towards something that was your dream. Do you know how many people never
ever do that? Whatever their dream is, whether it's to run a marathon or lose weight or whatever, they don't do it. But you did, and you are here today, and I'm so happy you're here. We're talking about 4 reasons why starting your business on the side is so awesome. Y'all, it's so awesome. I started my first business with a friend, my friend named Jenny in Austin, Texas. I started it on the side. I was working at Dell Computers. Do y'all know this story? If you've been listening a while, if you're in one of my group programs, you already know all this. So this is old news. But for those of you that are new, you may not even know my story, that I started on the side. So I'm a huge, huge advocate for this. Okay, huge. So I was going to tell you a little bit about my story and then give you those 4 reasons why this is so great, so that whatever stage you're in of starting your business, you're in the idea or you're growing it, and maybe you're growing on the side, or maybe you've quit your job, this will just make you so happy because like you did it, and you can realize why your decision to start on the side was such a great decision. So back in the day, I started a business with a friend in Austin, Texas. We both worked at Dell Computers. I was married and I loved my job. I love to work. You know, I'm one of those people that I find jobs that I love and I'm so excited to go to work, right? But I loved my job at Dell Computers. I worked my way up to a sales manager and I had a team of men and women in sales, and it was just a fantastic job. Truly enjoyed it, and I was happy to go to work every day. I had great friends there and all that. But my friend Jenny and I had been talking on the side, like, we want to start a business. Like, let's do this. We wanted to sell home goods. And this was in 2000. Wait, let me think. What year was this? We probably started talking about it like late 1998, 99, probably 99, 98, 99. We were mulling it over. And I was pregnant at the time. And I'm like, let's start a business. Isn't that a great time to start a business when you have a full-time job, you're pregnant, and you're like, I'm doing this. This is what you do when you're in your late 20s. You're like, I don't even care. Like I'm doing everything right now. So anyways, we're like, let's do this. Let's sell home accessories. This was before like the amazingness of like Home Goods and Target furniture and accessories and all that was around. Right. And so we didn't have that many like places to find that. We're like, we can get some cute home accessories. We can host shows. We did them at like her house or my house, or other people would host the shows for us. We would give them a commission on what we sold if they hosted the show. We would have our own shows. Like we would rent out the lobbies of hotels that were right near Dell where we worked, because we knew all of our friends were there and they could leave work at the end of the day. And we would have a show at like 6 p.m. Don't ask me how we did all this logistically, but somehow we did it. And we would have shows, and people, all our friends, we would invite them all and they would come and shop. And it was a blast, and I totally loved it. Right. And so after I had my baby Lexi, my first child, we were still doing the business. And then I stayed home with Lexi. I got like 6 months off through Dell. So shout out to Dell. I got the longest maternity leave ever. It was amazing. And I went back to work, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to have to go maybe part-time. This is just too much. They let me go part-time. Amazing. Shout out to Dell Computers. And I worked like Tuesday, Thursdays, I think, or did I work Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Now I can't remember, y'all, when I worked. I worked a few days a week. It was I kind of think I worked Tuesday. Did I work Tuesday, Thursday? I don't remember. It was awesome. It was the best of both worlds because I worked, I got to stay home. I got a break from my child because I love to work. So it was hard for me just to be home every day, just doing baby stuff. As much as I loved my child, I needed like a life still, right? And then we started this business, and we started doing shows on the weekends and all this. And eventually the tech industry was getting kind of rough at the moment. We heard they were going to be doing layoffs. I did something I shouldn't have done, which was I underground contacted someone in HR. I'm like, can you give me the package and lay me off? And so I got laid off. I got the severance package, and boom, I was home doing my business. That's how I started on the side. It was the greatest thing because we started small, and we each put in $1,000 is what we put in. And it was amazing. I had the best of everything. I had a career that I loved, and I was pursuing a passion. I was doing something with a friend. I got to stay home with my child a little bit. Like the whole thing was awesome, right? And eventually I grew it to 2 online gift boutiques that I ran for many years. until just like 5 years ago. Y'all, I was doing this my whole time of raising my children were online gift boutiques. And I had 2 of them, both multi-6-figure businesses. They were amazing. That's what your business can turn into. It can turn into not 1 business, but 2. It literally can. So let me give you these 4 reasons why I think starting a business on the side is so awesome. So that if you've got a job right now, a part-time job, a full-time job, or maybe it's just on the side of a really chaotic life that you have. So many people have got a lot, and I don't even mean that it's bad chaos. It's just you got chaos. Maybe you've got toddlers at home. Maybe your kids are older and you're taking care of elderly parents. So this is kind of a side business for you. Or maybe you're retired. I mean, it could be any number of things. You could be in school. I have clients that are in college, and it's the coolest thing ever, right? That they're in college and they're starting a business on the side, that they're that driven to do something amazing with their time. So you could be in any life stage and you're starting this on the side of your crazy busy life, whatever that means for you. But I know a lot of you, most of my clients have a full-time job right now or a part-time job right now. The majority, I would say probably 90% do. If you don't have that, then you've got other craziness going on. Maybe you're on the edge of retirement and you're traveling a lot or something. I don't know. But this is why it's so awesome, y'all. It's so awesome to do it this way. I believe it's less risky and it's more fun. That's the summary: less risky, more fun. But let me give you these 4 reasons because I think it will inspire you. Okay, number 1. One of the most awesome reasons why starting a business on the side is so great is that, number 1, you have steady income already. You don't have the stress of like, oh my gosh, I have to make thousands of dollars right now to make up for my lost income. Like you don't have that stress. You have steady income so that you just don't have that extraneous pressure on your shoulders the whole time you're building your business. And because you have steady income, you have extra money to invest in coaching, like what I offer, so that you speed up this whole process and you learn tips and strategies that will save you umpteen hours of time and stress and strategies that will catapult you forward. When you have steady income, it is amazing that you have that cushion and you can spend on things that are super crucial that will actually save you time, money, energy, and propel your business forward. So having that mentally, to me, is what's so great because you're like not so worried about every penny that you're spending right now. You're like making logical decisions and you have that freedom because it is, don't y'all agree? Like if you don't have a job and you're trying to spend money on things or like invest in things, it becomes much more stressful because you're just like, I've got to nickel and dime this. And I think in the beginning of your business, you do want to be, let's say, frugal, right? Frugal in the best way possible. You want to be smart. But when you've got this extra influx of money coming in every month, it's mentally like, okay, I've got the money. How should I spend it? Can I get a better coach? Can I get in a good program? Or am I just going to bootstrap this and like sit there and spend hours every night up researching on Google or ChatGPT how to do this and I don't have any real help for my specific situation and my specific business? It is such a gift to have that steady income, okay? Because you can start small and you can do things right and you're not feeling the pressure to go so big that you're putting too much risk. I think it's got to be a balance, right? So the steady income already, to me, I think is amazing and it takes the pressure off. So that's the first reason why I think starting a business on the side is so awesome. The second reason is because you're actually diversifying your income. Okay, this is a really cool concept. You know, from COVID, y'all, we know that there was layoffs. Some of you felt like my job is on the line right now. I could lose my job at any moment. Okay, we've seen that with any kind of pandemic now, sickness. We see that our jobs aren't always stable. You know, it can turn on the dime. I mean, think about COVID. Things changed in like 2 months. And even quicker than that, like everything changed. And our lives have changed since COVID. We have seen the fragility of our jobs. Like, holy cow, like it actually can be taken away from us, right? So you're actually hedging your bet with your income a little bit. Like you're giving yourself this other income stream that you didn't have. How awesome is that, right? Because unexpected things can happen like COVID. There can be market changes. Just like me when I was at Dell, there was some market changes during that time when I left, and Dell was feeling a little bit of the crunch and they were reorganizing and all that. And that's when they were having to do layoffs. We caught wind of it before it happened. And that's when I did the kind of thing that I shouldn't have done, which was underground, try to get a hold of someone in HR and say, I'll volunteer to go. It was sad to me. I built my career at Dell. I was an intern my senior year of college at Dell when I went to the University of Texas. I loved it. I loved my internship. I worked Monday, Wednesday, Friday in college at Dell on a commission-based job. Like it was like a hourly paid, but also we got commission on what we sold. And then right when I graduated, my boss was like, we're starting another group. Would you like to go in there full time when you graduate? I'm like, yes, that would be a massive yes. And I had a job. I never really had to interview for a job there, right? Now, my husband and I moved to New York after we got married, and I wasn't able to work at Dell at the time because we would have had the same manager. And so I did have to interview for other jobs there, and I had jobs in New York. But that's another story. I came back to Dell when we moved back to Texas. So my point is there's market changes. There's downsizing. There's things that can happen. And when you have a business running on the side that you're already starting to build, even if you're hardly making anything, like even if you're just making a few $100s a month, what happens is you've diversified your income. You've given yourself this other income stream. So if something does happen, you've already built this up. You've had a whole ramp where you're like, holy cow, okay, if I need to take this business to the next level, what could I do now? And you could be working on that if you lost your job, if another pandemic happens, if the market downturned, if your company gets sold to another company and they have to do layoffs, like all of a sudden, you have potential to make money without having to go get an hourly job at Target or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you literally have something that you're building. So it's a diversification of your income. I think it's really cool. I think that it feels good because you're like, I've got this other way that I can feed my family, that I can go on vacations, that I can pay for kids' dance and volleyball and whatever else. It can fuel that. Okay. So that's the second reason. So let's repeat again. I'm giving you today 4 reasons why starting a business on the side is so awesome. Number 1 is you already have steady income coming in and you don't have so much stress and pressure on you as you're starting this business. Number 2 is that you have now a diversification of your income, which is so cool. In case something happens, you have this other avenue that you could blow up after that and make it amazing. Number 3 is that you have long-term potential of something. So this is kind of like number 2. But I want you to think about this. It's like putting pennies into a little piggy bank that just keep adding up. It's interest. Because every day that you're building this business, you're stepping closer to the potential of what it can be. You are on a ramp where you're like, okay, I'm learning every day. I'm acquiring new customers. I'm getting people on my email list. I'm growing social media. I'm getting podcast listeners, YouTube watchers, whatever it may be. You are gaining so much experience. Again, you could be making peanuts each month from this business on site. It doesn't matter. You are building something. The time value of money is real with your business because it's also the time value of your business education. You are being educated every day that you're building your business. You're learning. You're learning how to create graphics, build out a product, whether it's a product or a service. You're tweaking it. You're refining it. You're making it better. You're mentally having to work through every day. You're having to learn to make business decisions. It is a business education. Every day that you're doing this. So let go of like, I'm starting a business on the side. I have to make millions right now. You actually don't. you can keep your career, that you may actually really enjoy your career like I did, okay? Now, I know a lot of you say you don't love your career. Like, it's okay, it's paying the bills, it's what you were schooled in, in college, and you're using your skills, and that's great, but it's not really your passion, but you're still going to do a great job at it. And I love that. That's basically who my clients are. Y'all have a career that you kind of enjoy. It pays well. You're skilled at it. You're good at it. You may have problems with a boss or coworkers or whatever, but you've been dreaming of doing something actually fulfilling and that you love. Hi, friends. I just had to jump in here really quick because so many of you have asked me what my credit card recommendations are. And I wanted to share it with you in a great promo that may help you out if you're starting your business or in the growth stage, and especially if you are strapped for cash right now or investing in things in your business. I have used Capital One for the past probably 20 years, I'm guessing, for my businesses and for my home. They have such great rewards and all that stuff, but I have to tell you about this promo that they have going on right now. And that is 15 months interest free. Are you hearing me? If you're trying to invest in things in your business right now, whether you're your website or maybe you're trying to hire someone to help you, whatever it is, y'all, 15 months interest free. Scroll down and click the link below. You also get a $200 bonus when you spend $500 in the first 90 days. Y'all, that's amazing. And they also have a no fee credit card. So you don't have to worry about like some type of annual fee. Also, they have like 3% cash back on certain things that you spend on in the month. So it's a total no-brainer to have 15 months interest free. Just think about that relief of stress that you could experience right now and things that you're trying to spend on, and to know that all you have to do is make a minimum payment each month. You don't have to, like, it's barely a minimum payment. Y'all, you don't have to pay it off for 15 months. It's amazing. Anyway, scroll down in the show notes and get your hands on it, because I'm telling you, you will be so happy and have so much relief. Back to the episode. And this is giving you long-term potential, because what you're putting in now is this whole education process that is setting you up for a long-term goal. Many of my clients will come to me with a full-time career. We will get their business rolling, and they eventually get to go to part-time or quit altogether. It happens. It's a real thing. This is possible for you too. It is totally possible. Or it can be that this is your business on the side and you love it just as it is. I loved mine just as it was. When I started with my friend, I don't think at the time I was that person going, I have to quit my job at Dell and I want to do this full time. I don't recall ever doing that. I don't. Maybe I did. I don't remember that being my goal at the time. My goal was to pursue my passion, to have a blast, making money, doing something that I love. That's how I started. Your story may be totally different. You may have just burned the boat and quit your job, and now you're on the hook to replace that income. I get it. That was just not my story. Okay. And that's okay. Know that I get you still. I work with clients. This is what they do. So I feel it. I get it. I know the feeling, and I understand you, and it's stressful, right? But if you're the person that's starting on the side because you just want to have something all your own, something where you can have a creative outlet that feels fulfilling, it feels that you have control of it, that you're creating something special, then no, I get it. And you get to do this. You give yourself permission to do this because it will fill your soul. It will fill your soul, I promise you. But what it has is long-term potential. Long-term. You don't even know. I had no idea when I started that I would eventually take it online and turn it into 2 businesses running at the same time, and being able to save for my kids' college and do all of that, right? And pay for vacations for our family. And that meant so much to me as I built my business. It really did. Like, those are the things that I think about. I think about not only pursuing my passion, but what I was able to do with the money that I made. Okay? So for you, know that this has long-term potential. You may not even know what that is right now. You don't have to worry about it. You don't. If this is you're starting it on the side as a passion project, whatever, that's great. I'm just telling you that has long-term potential. And for those of you that have quit your jobs already, like you started this kind of on the side while you were, had your career and now you burned the boat and you quit your job, that this has long-term potential for you. And I know you know that, or you wouldn't have burned the boat and quit your job, right? So that's the third one, is long-term potential. So again, we have that when you already have a steady income, that's so amazing, relieves your pressure. Number 2, that you've got now a diversification of your income, which is awesome. Number 3, you now have long-term potential for this as a career. You don't even know what this is going to turn into. Who knows what this will turn into? You could end up having a store. You could have a mobile business. You could end up franchising it out later. I mean, literally, you have no idea where this could go, but just know that it has long-term potential. And the fourth one is that starting your business on the side is so awesome because it's allowing you to do something greater than where you are today. It's allowing you to do something greater than where you are today. Because I guarantee that all of you listening right now know that you're meant for more. Raise your hand right now. You know it. I'm meant for more. I have more to give. That's where I was before I started this coaching business. Between closing my online boutiques and starting this business, I knew that I had more to give this world. And I knew that I was meant for more. It's so awesome to start your business on the side because it allows you to actually pursue that passion and have an avenue for living out what you know you're capable of. How amazing is that? You get to live this out, even if it's just on the side, even if you do it on the weekends. And maybe in a year, you'll get to go part-time with your job, or sooner than that. I had a client do that, Brittany Bissett. Shout out to Brittany. She started her cheese business. She has the Kurt is a Word podcast. I've talked about her before on this podcast. She had a full-time job. She came and was like, I got to start my podcast. I've been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to start this cheese business. She started on the side, hosting shows, doing, charcuterie board building fun classes. And before you know it, she's like, I just went part-time with my job. And we're like, what? It all happened so fast because she did it. She's an action taker. She's going for it. She's pursuing this. She loves it. She loves cheese. She's testing out all kinds of ways that she can make money in her business, whether it's teaching, how to do charcuterie boards, hosting events, whether it's selling cheese. She started teaming up, I think, with a local maybe farm, doing her own cheese. I don't know the exact specifics of it, but I know she was selling some cheese. Like, y'all, it's insane what can happen when you pursue your passion, when you know that you're meant for more, that you have more to give, that you have this yearning in your soul to do something more that's more fulfilling and creative. And it feels like you. It's like an extension of you, right? That is what is so great about starting your business on the side, because you can do that. You can start and quickly move from a full-time career to part-time because you were simply pursuing something greater for yourself. Oh, this is so awesome. And you don't have that pressure that was it a bad idea to start this business? No, you'll never have that feeling. You will be like, I'm so glad I tried this. And let's say worst case scenario, this doesn't work. Let's just say worst case, your business flops. I cannot tell you how many lessons you will learn from this experience. And it will probably spur you to start another business. That's what I see happens. Most people don't just go, I'm not cut out for business. They usually start something different. They pivot because now they have all the skills, all the business education that I talked about a minute ago, and they apply it to a different direction. You get to do this and pursue a passion on the side of your crazy busy life. How awesome is that, y'all? How awesome is it to start a business on the side? Number one, you have that steady income so you don't have the pressure. 2, you have a diversification of your income. How awesome is that to have another revenue stream? Number 3, you have long-term potential. You have no idea what this amazing business could turn into. And number 4, it is the pursuit of something greater. You know it, and now you have time to do it, and you can start it on the side. How wonderful is this that we live in this time period and we can do this? I'm so proud of all of you who've had the courage and taken the time to start your business on the side, I think you will never regret it because it will be a learning experience. It's an investment in you and your time and your heart and your soul. And I'm just so happy for you. If you're here today trying to get your business going on the side, know that I have resources for you. I have the Just Getting Started Bootcamp. If you want a whole strategy to quickly get your business open, I have everything mapped out for you with checklists, action plans, everything. Let's go. Let's not stall this any longer. I'm handing it all to you. Okay, it's everything that I use with my clients. You get it. If you would love a group coaching program, meaning to have other women that are in the process of growing their business too, to get help, get ideas, get feedback, get on strategy calls with me and get strategies for how to actually build your business and get it growing and get consistent sales and turn it into a booming business, come join us in Grow Getters. I invite you today. It's such a wonderful group of women. You finally feel plugged in. You have a home. You can meet up with us once a month. Let's talk about things. Let's mastermind what you're doing and keep things moving. That's it. Y'all are amazing. Have a wonderful day. I hope you realize how awesome it is starting your business on the side. Have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.
Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal. I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month. But it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's 2 ways you can give me your answers. Number 1, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number 2, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.